Cars here you're not going to see anywhere else. There's a lot of students have old vehicles. I am here today at the McPherson College Auto Restoration Car Show. This is the only 4-year college degree available in the nation specifically for auto restoration. There's a lot of automotive technology degrees available. This is the only one specifically for auto restoration. There's a range of vehicles here. See stuff here that you won't see anywhere else. Things from overseas and from the east and west coast. Big crowd here. It's thinned down some. So I'm gonna take a look around and show you some of these distinctive vehicles. So I made the decision to start filming later in the show when the crowds had thinned out some. Hopefully most all of these will still be here by the time get away around. There's lots and lots of cars here. So I'll be starting at the early cars, maybe going roughly chronological order. There's the old Cord 812 supercharged. It's a 1905 Fiat. Very original car. You want to talk about an artifact of global transportation history. Very original car. They had said this is the only surviving example of this car left in the world. Unbelievable that something 120 years old still preserved. Especially considering that short time after it was built, it's probably outmoded technology. Very exceptional artifact. It's a 1925 Vauxhall. This is a boat tail. Show that in a second. Custom coach built.
Alex goes, nice. Going on my dick, dude. Now I can get dicky, man.
I was being on it. Yeah. Like in the middle, just now.
Old Buick Speedster. Very unique spring design on that. Single spring, but the axle's hung on the back of it at the center pivot point. This is one you've never heard of. Old Samson. This car has quarter elliptic springs. Very, very uncommon design. But you do see it on the early cars. I've seen a lot of cars, but I never knew they made a Samson. I always love seeing pre-war European cars. Amazing that they survived World War II. '1908 black motor buggy. It's a really neat one. Advertisement for this one. The greatest country car that's ever built. '1923 Buick. This car belongs to one of the professors at the college. Just a great time-worn original survivor.
The 18th Amendment was prohibition.
Yeah.
See these were your Oh, yeah, I used to, yeah.
1926 Chrysler Roadster. Chrysler's got the little golf club door. 1915 Rio the 5th. Auburn. This car impeccably restored. This is a vehicle that's in better than new condition.
Tim Bowers is
1911 T.
Yeah, if one of you has an iPhone. Okay, Mark has an iPhone. Yeah.
This one's owned by a young girl. It's one of the daughters of the college instructors. We got some Stanley action.
Right before you get lit, you'll hear the hiss.
Look at this, a running Stanley steamer.
No, that's a voice of experience. From cold, about 45 minutes. And that's the slow.
Can you explain a little what's happening now?
Well, sure. What we're doing now, the water was down in the boiler, so I'm wanting to add water to get the water out of the tank into the boiler, so that when I fill it with water as I leave, I can maybe get all the way back to Great Bend on one tank of water.
Okay.
Okay? So that's what we're doing now. And the water is pumped into the boiler by a pump that is attached to the rear axle. So on the other side, we have the wheel going around, the axle going around, making the pump work.
Okay.
The boiler, if full, would have 18 gallons in it, but it's never quite full. You always down with it. And then the water tank has 24 gallons. And I used about 12 coming from Great Bend this morning. Yes, and this morning you'll recall it was cold, so the condenser was working better.
We can fix that. Spend like a whole day
boiler level gauge, so you can see the water level in the boiler,
That's sweet.
steam pressure, and the fuel pressure over here.
I would love to have one of these.
They're a maintenance nightmare.
So I've heard.
I've got one, but I drove my Model T today. So.
We spent like a whole day learning about these. They're sweet. There's always some featured cars that are of unique provenance. And those get special invitation around the circle. It's the Mercer Raceabout. Just an amazing opportunity to see vehicles like this. Ones that you've only ever seen pictures of in books. And they're out here at the show. (1915) Stutz Bearcat. Again, a vehicle you probably only see pictures of in books. It's out here at the show. Jaguar XKSS.
And there's a fellow down in Arizona, in Flagstaff, Arizona. His name is Russ First now, and he is the Stuart Warble, the antique speedometer guru. He rebuilds them. Okay. So one of his side hobbies is leather work. He built the I love him. And that was original. Yeah, it was. They're gorgeous. Well, this is just wonderful. What a great car. Yeah. Just gorgeous. Oh, I know you're out there driving it.
Really tough to pick some favorites here, but this Nash definitely at the top of my list. Very, very rare car. Depression era was the highest style and also the toughest economic times. So there are very, very few examples of a lot of these models that were ever even sold new. And then just the survival of them 90 years later makes something like this very, very exceptional car to even find. This car was sold at auction, and it was basically about rusted away on the bottom, and the guys that took it on to restore it decided that it was significant and worthy enough to do all that effort to bring it back. But this car made quite the transformation, really, from what it was. It's incredible styling. Every angle, every detail.
Yeah, that's great.
An amazing, amazing car.
So
Packard 8 limousine. Model A two-door. It's Packard, very original Survivor. Wool upholstery in the inside. It's a divider window. Trunk rack. Amazing car. A race car.
No. No. There, that might help. It's out of gear.
2 Lincoln Zephyrs.
Usually helps if it's not in gear.
This is an air-cooled Franklin. $1931. Supercharged Auburn, 852. Excuse me, 851. Yeah, 53 210 two-door hardtop. I didn't even know they made one of these. I just thought they were all Bel Airs. There looks like the man that owns it. Good. Do you care to enlighten the YouTube crowd a little about your car?
I could a little bit.
Okay.
What are you looking to know about it?
Well, I never knew that there was a 210 hardtop. I thought they were all Bel Airs.
Yeah, they had 3 main styles of them. They had the 150, the 210, and then they had the Bel Air.
Okay.
So this one was right in the middle, and being the Sport Coupe model, it was basically the direct step below the Bel Air. There was a $15 difference between getting this and getting a base model Bel Air.
Wow. So most people for the 15 bucks, they wanted it to be seen. Yeah. Wow. What kind of buyer, Steve, would save $15 on a on a 210 instead of a Bel Air? Like, that's got to be like the right type of guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody who knew the order option list.
They sat there. It's got to be like a pencil pusher type.
I mean, it's almost kind of got like a Delray type roof, like the 58, how it kind of cuts back on the C-pillar. That's kind of curious. Very attractive looking car. So.
This, I've got to say, of the like bread and butter cars at the show, this is my very favorite.
Hey, thank you very much. This was my great grandpa's car.
Okay.
So I got 27,000 original miles on it.
Well, it begs the question: was he a pencil pusher?
He was a realtor.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow.
So was the car always local out here to the Middle West, or?
Yes, sir. Yeah, right from here in town.
Okay.
It's got the Korea chrome on the front bumper there.
Oh yeah.
You familiar with that?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a pain in the butt to try and keep clean.
Yeah. But
Especially-
it tells the story of the history of the car, so
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, they're only original once.
Yeah. Yeah, she's special. She's got 2-speed power glide, 235 Blue Flame 6, optional oil filter.
So for the data tag guys, zoom in on that. So there we go, very original Survivor. Is the 27,000 presumably original miles?
It is. It is
Okay.
not rolled over. Everything is correct and in line.
All right. What a fantastic car.
Diana Shore should be sitting in this car singing "See the USA in your Chevrolet."
Yes. Got this. There's a wiring diagram. There's a paper here that tells you how to drive your automatic power glide too.
Yep. Yeah, I'd be curious to look at the ads from Diana Shore because
It's the row of 1950s. How's it going?
We're gonna walk right by it.
I know.
Everything here, 60s muscle cars, 70s muscle cars. '62 Falcon Squire. Very tough to restore one of these cars correctly. Just so many unique pieces. '55 Fairlane, Crown Victoria. It's got the Canadian grille. '55 T-Bird. There's a '57 Lincoln here. It was in one of the previous shows. Probably one of my favorite cars. '62 Starfire. Very iconic car. Amazing styling on these. It's a very cohesive design. Just all fits and works together. This car restored better than new condition. '57 Oldsmobile. Corvair. A very, very well preserved car. Again, vehicles here that you're not going to see anywhere else. '63 Shelby Cobra.
I'll meet you back at the.
Attention, please head over to Harmley Garden for the awards ceremony. Again, please head to Harmley Garden for the awards ceremony. Thank all of you amazing people for coming out to Car Show 2025.
This is the actual winner for the best in class, 1965 to 1972. And this is a 1965 Chevy Corvette convertible driven by Brett Hatfield.
1955 Pontiac Star Chief. Another favorite of mine. Everything about this car is awesome. The color, the styling, all the little details. Great, great car.
Shame. I don't think I can get those to fit under my son's permit.
Very unique 65 Corvair 4-door hardtop.
Pretty hard to find.
60 Impala and a 58. No 59. This is a Monza Spider. This is a turbo.
Yeah, and you got a bunch of mahogany scratch. That's why you built a lot of stuff out.
Some amazing European cars here too. It's a coach-built Lancia. Bugatti. Just a very trim car, about the size of a Ford Model A. Gullwing Mercedes. Again, cars here you're not going to see anywhere else.
This is original Bugatti. When you think Bugatti ring, that's not what you think of. No, literally. I don't know. I watched.
Rolls Royce. This DeLorean, owned by a student that recently graduated. (1981) Pontiac Bonneville Brougham diesel. Definitely not one of these around every corner.
And then you'll put more cargo in there and goes up on Jack's parts. A decent amount of time.
To get gas 5 miles.
Oh, that's good. I thought you were saying you were like
A little bit ago, the guys texted, sorry, we thought we checked the gas. Both ways to get one gallon of gas. Yeah, the shade.
This is the 2003 Cadillac 16 show car, GM design. And the third GM concept car is the 1974 Pontiac Banshee. You can see a lot of design cues on this made their way into later vehicles. Restoration program keeps growing, so there's a lot of students have old vehicles. It's a great program. I graduated 2008, and I would say professionally it's definitely been worth it. Although college definitely isn't for everyone. This is a 1953 Chevrolet 150. And there are students that restore tractors. See a whole range. Case 311. Can't say I've ever seen one of those around. This is 17 Franklin.
Lawnmower battery, so it can make it about to here in my shed.
Wow.
Ideally, it should have golf cart batteries, which should be like 30 or 40.
Full range of European vehicles. Jaguar. If anyone's near central Kansas, this show is held first weekend of May annually here at McPherson College. This is always a tough weekend because they do a car show at Newton and the swap meet in Lawrence, Kansas. So I always have to pick. It's the Austin Healey Bug-Eye Sprite. Very basic car. This is a Moscovich. In Soviet Russia, car drive you. Cap and everything. Got the little Fiat. Very well preserved Survivor. We got the Citroen 2CV6. Probably restored to better than new condition. Of course, I always think of American Graffiti whenever I see one of these. Porsche Austin Healey 3000. Muscle cars are clearing out. There's 70 GTO. Always respect a guy that'll put a vinyl top back on a car. Right here, 68 Hemi Charger. That car's restored to better than new condition. '67 GTX. Four-door Coronet. How we doing? '68 Firebird. '64 Valiant. '64.5 Mustang. 289 car. 64.5 has a generator. It's got the original core support with the battery vents. And there goes the Stanley. What a neat car. '69 Roadrunner. Four-speed car. '64 Dodge. Thing is built to fly. That is a serious build.
Yeah, about 1,000 members, so we have our own part supplier. It's pretty nice. They do. They end up, a lot of guys make their own parts. We have a pretty supportive club, and there's like 3 main vendors that will, remake pistons and guys who will actually reuse it. So we can get a lot of the engine parts.
Body panels and stuff like that, they can still stand.
They can. We've had guys, this is not the only body style they have. They have about 5 to 7 other most popular. They have a pickup truck, a sedan, they have a station wagon, and they all use the exact same size fenders over the years. They would just change kind of the back end of the vehicle. So you can find a lot of good donors, pull off the front panel. The hot shots are the rarest of the body styles. We only made a couple thousand over the years, and this is a 50, and they've made maybe a 1,500 or so. Pretty rare. Like $900, $1,000, $1,000. It's pretty cheap. I've had it like 55. I wouldn't go much faster, and it's a little squirrely because you get blown up. It's phenomenal. I think I figured out it was like in the 40s. It was marketed in the 50s. I think, nowadays it's
I've been looking to buy a Model T or something of interest, more classic.